This is Swann's Floodlight camera and it records in 4K quality. Plus it has 2600 lumens bright floodlights. Is this going to be a good option for your home? Let's find out.
Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we are going to check and review the Swann 4K Floodlight Security Camera. Now, aside from able to record in 4K quality, which is the main reason why I want to check this out, its price also caught my eye. Currently, the pricing is all over the place, but this unit that I have, I got it for 99 bucks. Amazon sells this at time of making this video with a $50 coupon, so you can get this for $130. I'll tell you later on where I got this for less than $100, but I'm not sure how long it will stay that way, so keep on watching. Let's get straight into the specs. This camera records in 4K quality, 3840 by 2160, pixel resolution at 15 frames per second. It has a 115-degree field of view. I'm thinking this is horizontal, not diagonal, because it is decently wide. It records motion events to a microSD card inserted on the floodlight cam itself, and compatible to up to a 128GB card. You can also subscribe to their cloud recordings and you'll get a 90-day free trial to get rich notifications, extended warranty, and 60 days of cloud recordings. And with this camera, it will upload 4K motion events to the cloud, which I think is fair enough for $3 a month per device or $10 a month or $100 a year for unlimited cameras. As to the floodlights, it can go up to 2600 lumens bright and 5000 white Kelvin color temperature. This will replace your existing floodlights or light fixture and is hardwired with a working voltage of 100 to 240 volts. It also has basic features of Wi-Fi cameras like two-way talk, siren, weatherproof with an IP65 rating, but only able to connect to a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi, and also compatible with Google and Amazon Alexa. Inside the box, we have the floodlight cam itself, mostly plastic build. The floodlight shrouds are the only one that are metal. Camera and floodlights have a lot of range in adjustability. You can pretty much position the camera side to side. We have a speaker, we have the camera lens, status light, light sensor, and a PIR motion sensor here in the bottom. Now you can also set this up horizontally or under the eaves install. On the back, we only have to wire in two wires, black or hot wire and white or neutral. I guess because it is mostly plastic, so no need for ground. On the back of the camera is a rubber flap that covers the microSD card, which Swann includes a 32GB card, and this is also where the reset switch is. What else is inside the box? We have paperwork, a quick start guide, window stickers, and lastly we have the mounting hardware. Before installing, we have to separate the mount plate to the floodlight cam by unscrewing the machine screw. And you will see the mount plate with these connector slots where the pins on the camera will connect to. Time to install this. First, turn off the switch to the light fixture you are going to replace and turn off power from your main electrical panel. You have two installation options. You can install this under the eaves or in a ceiling or in a wall. Screw in the metal bracket to your junction box using the two included machine screws. In my wiring, I have the green wire, which is the ground, and we will not use it, so I'll just cap it. In most wirings though, it will be the bare copper wire, so no need to mess with that. Now I'll be using Wyze connectors to connect the wires. Flip up the lever, insert the white neutral wire, and flip it down. Same thing with the black or hot wire. Insert the black wire from the mounting plate to the Wyze connector of the black wire, and flip down the lever. Solid connection. Same thing with the white wire. And that's it. Tuck the wires in and making sure the top mark on the mounting plate is aligned on top. Swann recommends that because there's no rubber gasket to caulk the edges of the mounting plate to the wall or ceiling, or in my case to the junction box for weatherproofing. Screw it in to the metal bracket using the included machine screw. And then you can just push in the floodlight cam to the mounting plate and screw in the central screw to secure it in place. And cover the screw with the included rubber cap, and position the camera and the lights. Time to set this up. Turn on power to the camera. Download, sign up, and open up the Swann security app. Click pair device, scan the QR code which is on the top of the camera. Type in your Wi-Fi's password. Join the camera's Wi-Fi and wait until it is connected. Now I have to rename this to only Swann because you will get an error if the custom name is too long and you have to do the setup again, which is what happened to me. The Swann app has some bugs and there's a few more that I'll show you later in the video. Let's check these settings in the app. When you open up the app in the Live View tab, the thumbnail will automatically update, and when you click on it, the Live View is already open. You can take a snapshot or record the live view, start two-way talk, which is half duplex. You have to press and hold until the mic turns red, and you can talk. Also, I'll show you another bug. The light control doesn't open up reliably, but this is where you can change the brightness of the floodlights. You can manually turn on the siren or mute the camera. On the bottom, you can see the activity tab. You will have do not disturb if you want the notifications to be off. You will have a graph here of motion events, which is weird that it supposedly detected cars in my backyard. On the playback, and also you'll be getting pop-up windows like this with Swann selling their services, which makes the app experience not that great. These are the recordings that were uploaded to the cloud, and these are full 4K recordings, and you can download it from here. Click the gear icon to get you to the camera settings. We got Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi signal strength. In the camera settings, these are the settings that you can change. Detection settings, motion detection. Change the sensitivity, off, close, medium, far, or max. Person detection also have the same levels. Now the floodlights, you can set it to turn on when it senses motion at night and set how long the lights will turn on from 30 seconds up to 300 seconds. You can also set the siren to go off when motion is detected. Now motion detecting mask, and this is another bug. Request failed, even when I set the motion sensitivity other than max, and I still get an error. Supposedly, detection mask only works when motion sensitivity is not set to the highest. And just to make sure, I have the latest update of the app. On the advanced, this is where you can format the microSD card or factory reset the camera. And to view the recordings on the microSD card, click storage. What I noticed though, that it takes a while to access the footage, and you can see the blue progress bar here. It seems like it has to download to my phone's memory first before it will play. Accessing the cloud recordings are faster. And let's go back to the mask setting and see. Now it works. So you can choose areas you don't want to be notified about. Time to do some testing.
So this is the video quality of the Swann 4K Floodlight Camera and video clarity test at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's it. So this is the video quality of the Swann Floodlight Camera at night, and this is with its 2600 lumen bright floodlight. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So this is the video quality of the Swann Floodlight Cam at night, and this is with its 4 infrared LEDs, and the spotlight or the floodlight is turned off. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
We are going to test the motion alert notification speed of the Swann 4K floodlight camera, and I do have the subscription on, and so there should be person detection and also rich notifications. It's 10:38 and I'm on my LTE connection. Let's check it out. There you go, person alert. But if you wait a little bit, there's no rich notification on this one yet. But on the second one, it says motion alert. You can click and hold. You'll get a snapshot. And on here, you can turn on the light or turn on the siren. You can click on the snapshot. It will get you to live view. And loads up decently quick. So it's 10:38. Okay, so it's 10:39. So let's see what the notification cool off. But there's barely any cool off. You'll get notified every time there is motion. This one, but we'll see. There you go. So person alert again. And in a little bit, you'll see the snapshot. There you go, just like that. You get 2 notifications. All right, we are going to test the maximum detection distance of the 4K Swann floodlight camera, and I've set the sensitivity to the highest, and also have the person detection turned on. So let's check it out at 40 feet. Nothing at 40 feet. Let's go 35. Nothing at 35. Let's go 30. I think it uses its PIR sensor to detect motion instead of camera based. Nope. 25. Okay, this is the maximum there you go. Finally. 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
This is the audio quality coming out from the Swann Floodlight Camera. Audio quality coming out from the Swann Floodlight Camera.
So what do you think? Video quality is pretty good, and the overall performance of the camera in person detection in my backyard is spot on. I didn't get any false notifications, and I'm not sure though on the graph report on the app about detecting cars because I didn't get any notifications of that. And speaking of the app, this is the weakness of this camera. There are definitely bugs that Swann needs to fix and update, especially on the light controls and the detection mask settings. They are not reliable. Also, viewing the footage from the microSD card is slow because it tends to download to your phone first before you can view it. So technically, you can use this camera without subscription, but you have to be aware of the limitations. Its cloud subscription though for a 4K camera is not that expensive, and it uploads to full 4K resolution. There's no schedule or dusk to dawn settings on the floodlights, and there's no option for 24/7 recording on the microSD card. Also, I don't think this is compatible to Swann's NVR, so it will not be able to stream or record to the NVR if you have one. The saving grace of this camera is the price, well, if it is on sale. And I bought this one for less than $100. And I got this from Sam's Club. Even the price on Amazon is still pretty good for a 4K camera and floodlights. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.